My Real Story, a journey of self-discovery, inspiring, emotional, and unforgettable stories. From nothing to something, my life has been a roller coaster of emotions. My Real Story with MC Churchboy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to My Real Story. We are in 2025. I thank everyone. I thank the Almighty for enabling us reach 2025. But in case you have lost your dear one, please, we always mourn together with you. Be strong. May their souls rest in peace. And if this is the first time for you watching us, please help me and tap the subscribe button. Follow us on TikTok, My Real Story with MC Churchboy. And today I'm having a political figure with me here in the panel with me. He will introduce his name. He was one of my longtime friends, but this time he has joined the political arena and he has something to tell us. Brother Steven,
Yes.
welcome to My Real Story.
Thank you so much.
Long time. Nice to meet you once again.
Yeah, nice meeting you too, and I'm grateful that we have managed to cross over together, and it is a blessing to see friends that you've been growing up with, always trying to see how to make ends meet. So I am really grateful for the opportunity of interacting with you together because it is a new year. I believe it has been a stellar journey. But first of all, I want to appreciate all the citizens of Uganda. And I really want to say thank you so much for always making it possible to cross over to another year, because there are ups and downs that we always face. But regardless of that, what is more important is, are we losing focus, or the challenges we are facing are making us more stronger? So welcome to 2025. I am Elwangu Steven, one of the very citizens of Uganda, passionate about leadership and also passionate about how we can make a generation grow together as a team.
Thank you very much, my brother Steven. And today, as I told you, I have a political figure. Those days we used to be at school, we always used to work together. But from the blue, he has chosen a path of joining the leadership position that he had planned for. But all in all, I would like you to support him. And today, we are dipping into depth of our president's story. And we want to know, who is Elwangu Steven? Elwangu Steven,
Yes.
I want you to tell our viewers, who is Elwangu Steven? Where was he born from? And how did you develop the passion?
Thank you so much. I am Elwangu Steven, born of Soroti district. I come from a Surrey sub-county, a village called Otaba. And always as you grow, there are very many things that inspire us to do other things. Personally, my journey started right away from, I think, primary 4. When I was in primary 4, I had an interaction with a student teacher. Yeah, so I was.
Then in which school was that?
I was in a straight primary school.
Straight primary school.
Yes. So I was asking her, Madam, which level of education should I reach so that I also be a person of value in a country? Yeah. So basically, she told me what is more important. At least make sure you get a senior 6 paper. So that was my stepping stone.
That was a stepping stone.
Every challenges that I could always face, I had to make sure that I persevere to reach senior 6, because I didn't want to miss out to be one of the prominent people in the country. Yes.
But in your background or the family you come from, do you have any leadership line or lineage of leadership amongst your family, your great grandparents, your grandparents? Don't you have any lineage of leadership in them that attach, like you had a parent who was an LOC1, like that the leadership lineage in your family? You had one of them?
No, basically, I didn't have any, but I said, let me be the breaking stone.
The breaking stone as well. So, meaning in your family, no one has ever been a leader?
No, only the leadership we have always had in the family. Basically, this cultural leadership and so forth. Yeah, because my growing up, I didn't see anyone joining political leadership, but all they used to do is engage in other positions, but locally within home.
within the home.
Yes.
Yeah, that is also leadership because
Yes.
leadership it doesn't differ even though you are a leader in a circle.
Yes.
That is the leadership because you have to
Yes.
acquire leadership skills. So
Yeah.
in your primary school when you study, what are the challenges you faced?
Yeah.
After even you getting the motivation from the student teacher.
Yeah. While I was in Asuret, first of all, I was among the team of scouts.
You were scout,
Yeah. So after that, when I was in P5, I also contested to be a compound prefect.
primary 5.
Yes,
So you
primary 5.
contested to be compound prefect.
Yes. So that is how we started now getting the fruits, the challenges of leadership and so forth.
So if I tell me that experience of how you were compound prefect and you in a primary.
Yeah, basically why I like that position that I was in at that time,
Yes.
it forced me to be time conscious.
Time conscious.
Because at least when a compound prefect, early morning you have to be at school, arrange how the compound is swept, check out are the toilets clean, the all the classes are swept and so forth. So at least trying to see that at least you protect the environment to be littered with rubbish and so forth.
So after being a compound prefect,
Yes.
in primary 6, did you go for head prefect or any other high position?
In primary 6, I was assistant head boy, but I changed the school. I went to Akolodong Primary School.
Primary school. First, tell me that experience how you were campaigning and how you convinced students. How you convinced your fellow students to vote for you. Because I know at that time the campaigning of these primary schools, not the modern way people used to do have like nowadays.
Yeah.
Eh,
Basically, I really enjoyed my campaign so much because at least those days, what was more important is that do you have friends who are influential in the school
So even in
environment?
primary those days, you should be having an
Yeah,
influential line of
yeah. At
people.
least when you have a team that is influential at school, at least most of the things were simple because uh, basically like other rivals that I had, most of them came from at least from families with a sounding financial background. So they could look at buying for people's chips, buying sumbusa and bolingo. You know, by then those things were cheap. You can buy maybe 10 at only 100 shillings.
Okay.
So for me, what I did, I said, now I think I can't compete in that way. What I do, let me focus on building my team that is influential, and we make sure
You
that
have the
at least
financial stability to
at
finance
least
the
our
campaign.
campaigns are very simple. We didn't even spend a lot of money. What was more important is, do you know the character of Stephen Elwangu? How is his social life and so forth? That is how I managed to be assistant head boy while I was in P6.
You were in P6.
Yes.
So then after that,
After P6, basically, P7, a candidate class, we were not allowed to contest.
you
So,
weren't you weren't allowed to contest.
yes. So after that, I joined the secondary school. My first school, I studied in Olila High School. But those days there were challenges, financial challenges. So I
In the
was
village, so you left the village, there was no prominent or good school in the village.
by then we did have a secondary school in my village. The only school that we had was Halishon High School, but it was kind of expensive for me to afford.
Okay.
So what I decided was to join Olila because Olila by then, USE was already there.
Okay.
So at least I
But
joined
Onila is
Olila.
not a government school.
Yeah, it is not a government school, but then by those days it was just coming back because I think after some time it had collapsed. So those days our lot was the first lot that was bringing Olila back. That was the 2010. So I could ride from Asret up to Olila, and we used to enjoy because we had a group. We say at this time tomorrow we move early morning, so we ride our bicycles
So
early
you
in
you
the
were, you
morning.
were not you're not in boarding or you're not even renting down.
No, I was not in boarding and I was not renting. Basically, it was just making sure that your bicycle is at a good state.
So
So
meaning,
sometimes when your bicycle has a challenge, you liaise with your friend, you tell him at least pass by home, pick me also, at least I can carry you. When I'm also tired, you also carry me.
so correct.
Yes,
So I must say, I'm imagining how people used to come from the village
yes.
to town using bicycles by then.
Yeah, we tried, but it was all about having a mindset of what you want to achieve. Because I realized most people gave up. Mostly my colleagues, most of them gave up
Because of the distance.
because of the distance and those conditions there.
Yeah.
At least when you reach school or the students who are in boarding, how you meet them taking forage early in the morning, and for you don't even have a coin to buy chips. So I think that thing discouraged most of them. They thought all parents should be providing the same services to their children. Mm.
But how could you be surviving? Because I'm imagining that distance from Asurage
Yes.
till Olila High School. Don't have any a penny in the pocket, even a single coin. You have to eat at least to get back the energy. How were you surviving at that time so that you were able to go back because you were riding, you're not using a motorbike or a vehicle at that time?
Yeah, it could be challenging, but I thank God for one thing. He has always given me a chance to respect my status. It was just a mindset. When you know you don't have money, you don't feel bad. You feel it is part of life. When you feel you don't have what to eat, but you know you can't provide for yourself. So we could just take it as a normal thing. When you get back home, you eat. Yeah, like that.
There
So
were no
just a
chances,
mindset.
like were there no chances of you befriending the children who rich people, with family background, who could at least also support you once in a while?
Yeah,
Or you never had those kind of friends, you were like, for me, I should move with my village mates.
personally,
Physically moving with them.
personally, I had friends of different calibers. I had friends who were from rich backgrounds and who were from poor backgrounds. But then the challenge is when there are some friends of mine that at least when they want to be with me, they want me alone.
Yeah.
Yes. So at least when they are saying, let's go this side, at least they want only to move with me. And then sometimes I could move, sometimes I could remain behind because I didn't want my team to feel isolated, the other team of mine. So at least after a certain time, we engage into certain things. You know, in the village, sometimes we used to go to the garden. Maybe you heap potatoes, you get 1,000 and so forth. So we basically use the weekends for that. So that as the week starts, maybe we can say we contribute 200 shillings each. So during maybe lunch, we say we are going to eat chips. So you also pull your 200 because we started in 5 days. That is Monday up to what? Up to Friday. So at least in a week you budget for 1,000.
1,000.
Yeah, so 200 when you're in a group, at least you have something good. So for us, we used to survive on chips and we used to call it timber.
So,
Some people were
timber.
some people were calling us carpenters, but we said it's okay.
But at that time, because even a team of 200,
Mm,
how big was it? Because the energy that you
mm.
needed. So you used to get the timber so that you get the carbohydrates, you get the energy so that you can be able to ride the bicycle back to Australia. So
uh,
uh, part of you told me that part of your team, most of them dropped out because
mm,
of the challenging factors they underwent
yes.
because of the distance of getting acquiring the educational services. Some of them dropped out.
Mm,
Another, and I know there are somewhere they're doing their things.
mm.
But now, you as you, what kept you at school? Because since you were moving with it, because you were moving with a team of people, but the team kept on dropping out. And I know at one point there was a peer influence, so you'd be like, but why are my friends also dropping out? Can't I also drop out?
Okay, basically me, the mindset kept me moving and I wanted to be the eye opener. I didn't want to blame my family for failing to provide for me. That is why when I reached senior 3, I changed another school because I had some debts at school. I had some debts at school. Sometimes I could sneak to do exams when you're not paying. So there are times when you're caught in the exam room and they tear your answer sheet and so forth. So at least I realized if
So you're a fees defaulter.
yes. So I realized if I had start from there, I would not be able to get my results for UNEB. So I changed. I went to Kingston College. Yes, I went to Kingston. I studied in Kingston for like 2 terms.
Yeah.
And things kind of became hard. And I first stayed home for something like 3 years. Because I was supposed to sit my O level in 2014, my senior 4 exam. So again, I resumed in 2017. That is now when I went to community. But I tried Kingston. When Kingston failed, I went to Victor's campus. Victor's campus, I tried my best, but you know, they brought a condition for you to pay registration fee. You need to have cleared school fees. So it kind of became challenging to me because I was now struggling. How I was getting school fees was hard because those days now I shifted to town. I was renting, so you have to look for money to pay your rent, to pay for rent, cater for food, pay school fees, and also help my young siblings. So it became kind of challenging.
You're staying with your siblings also in town.
I brought my siblings later on, but by then they were still in the village. But basically, they could call in case of any need. They could call. So it was kind of something that was challenging, but I also didn't want my siblings to know like life is hard. At least I try to make sure that I show them life is okay. So 2017 now is when I resumed. I went to community for my senior 3 and senior 4 because I accepted to rebound because most of my notes they were not kind of organized because some days you attend, some days you are chased. So basically that. So I decided to go back and start from senior 3. Then in 2018 I started for my senior 4 and I thank God that I made it. When results came back, I was now wondering where am I going to start from. So I thought of first staying home for maybe like 1 year. I look for enough money, then maybe I go to Geresa. I pay the whole money needed for all the 2 years for my A level because Geresa was one of the good performing schools that I thought at least when I go there and I've paid for everything, it is a must have to pass. But thank God, as time kept on moving, when results came back, I was now worried, where am I going to start from? But at least I went to Nakaseke to do some work. I was working with the Yokuku, that is in Isemuto,
Okay.
during my work, and I was trying my best to see how at least I could raise money because me, I never wanted to settle not until I reached senior 6. Because that is my main target that I had because I wanted to be among the prominent people in the country.
Okay.
So finally, at least God opened the doors and I joined Mother Kevin, that is in Ginger, for my senior 5. Unfortunately, now COVID also came in. So when COVID came in, I was now wondering, am I going back to Ginger? But if I go back again, won't lockdown again come and affect me? But while in Mother Kevin, I thank God that at least the school trusted me to be the head prefect.
So you're the head prefect?
Yeah, I was the head prefect in Mother Kevin. Even in community, I was a head boy.
Head boy?
Yeah.
Which form?
I was in senior 3. Now, when they were advertising for those positions, there was the law that was attached. They say if you want to be a head boy, chairperson, unsa, head girl, and assistant, and the speaker, all those people should come from A level.
Yeah.
But I thank God for the few teachers who believed in me. For them, they said, no, what is more important? Let these people prove to us that they are leaders. Let's just leave it open, because I think the largest percentage of students were favoring me. So they said, now when you block like you only want A level, now it means some of us are not relevant. So at least they made it open.
They actually opened it.
Yeah, so they said it's okay, you can apply for any position, but at least when we are screening, don't blame us for removing some of you, because we shall be testing your competence.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, when we went for screening, I was among the best.
Among the best.
So my name was shortlisted as a successful candidate to now begin the campaigns and so forth. So I was very creative in that. My campaigns are involved in local instruments. During evening time, we move to dormitories. We play this adogo, adu, akogo.
Who was singing for the students? Was it you or your work was to play? Then you had someone singing for them.
I had friends of mine. Some of them could play akogo, and some of them could be moving with the buckets and jerry cans. So their work was basically to sing.
Yeah.
Any dormitory we reach, that is how. At the end of the campaigning period, at least the whole school had known of my existence. Because now the method I used was kind of unique. And unique things always go viral.
Yeah.
At least each and every person wanted to know. Every time we hear a team moving, playing a Congo,
make the
so
noise.
we want to really know. So when it was the open air campaign, I thank God that He gave me the courage and the boldness. When I presented myself, and
Did you come with your team, the local instruments, the buckets?
No, that day basically it was a test of ideologies.
Yeah.
So me, other colleagues of mine had a different movement, a very big number, having big notebooks and so forth. But basically me, I said, now if they have a big notebooks, I think I need to look for another strategy.
Okay.
So me, I said, when it was my time, I remember saying, the reason why I didn't note anything down to tell you is because I want to tell you what is going to remain with me. Because if I write on a notebook or in a book, anytime water can spoil it. But at least with my brain, trust me, whatever I tell you is what I'm going to implement in my leadership.
Okay.
So that alone, I kicked out most
out
of
with their books.
Yeah, with the convoys, I said no. I don't want to surround myself with very many people. It will be very hard for you to reach me with your issues that are affecting you.
Yes.
So at least let's handle this. Feel free to reach out to me at any time. That's why you see, I've given you an opportunity to see me physically, not to see other people again, because you'll feel there will be a lot of procedure to follow to reach out to me. And we want to deliver good services always at school. So if I don't listen from you, then I'm not a good leader. Because in leadership, what is more important is that, are you good at listening? Yeah. So basically, those kind of things shaped me, and it's still finally when I joined campus, I saw life is now moving. I said now I think there's something God wants me to achieve. Because last time when I was stuck, He opened another door for me. That even made me forget like there was a closed door somewhere.
Yeah.
So like now this one, let me utilize it well. So when I joined campus, the first year I was supposed to join, I didn't see a course of my interest.
Which university was that?
for me, the universities I'd wanted to join before even. I'd admired Makerere, Chiambogo, and UCU. But then when the courses were brought out, I looked for a course that I wanted, because at first I wanted law. Apart from law, I wanted something that gives me a knowledge on handling humanity. So I had to first stay home for that year. So when another year came in, I checked out the courses and I saw leadership and governance, and I had to take it. I'm doing it from Makerere University Business School. Yeah, I'm in my third year now. So at least that course was in line with my aspirations, because me, I didn't want to do something out of influence. I want to do something that is in blood. Yes. So when I took up that course, I saw it was giving me exactly what I wanted. So I realized there is something that God is at least aligning me in. So while at Makerere University Business School, I have interacted with different people, because while at Makerere University, I'm as well a guild representative. I wanted to have contested for guild presidency, but by that time when I was just joining, I was not doing well financially, and campus issues. Yeah, you can't just go because you have the ideas. Most of the campaigning agents they are money-minded. So I said, now what do I do? One of my friends told me, you come under NRM tickets so that we get support from the state. And I said, but now, what do we do? He said, no, what we do now, let's first look for like 10 million. We hit the ground. When they see we have the biggest following, it will be very easy
to manipulate the students.
Yes, I said, it's okay, let's first give it a second thought. So finally, one of my friends approached me and told me, you see, leadership at campus is very, 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 very funny. It can either build you or it can break you. So you need to be mindful of that. That is why I turned down the other idea of maybe getting the 5 million, then I go on an NRM ticket and so forth, because of the advice my friend told me. Now, if you're really passionate about leadership, anytime is for a leader to rise. So when another friend of mine came in, like he wants the same position, I told him it's okay. Me, I can support you with the ideologies and so forth. So when he went through, he said, but now, Stephen, you've been one of the people who have contributed towards my success. At least I want you somewhere. So getting that while in my class, I'm also now a GRC. So he told me at least now, there it is very okay, because we always have those meetings. That is how we made it. Then also in TESDA, I'm the current president. TESDA, that is TESO Student Development Association. Yes, in MOOG. Then also TEMIS, I'm also a president in TEMIS, that is TESO Mission. It combines all the religions in Eastern. Yes, so that is how we are moving. Then also those positions have given me very many opportunities. The social capital I have, and I'm free to move to any university, because in the central, at least there is no university that I've never reached. And also, so why I developed even the idea of presidency, that is what I had thought of long time ago. It is what yes, in primary 4. So now I looked at the social capital now that I have. Then I realized, I think this is what God had wanted me to at least do. So because the fear that people used to have, like, can you have the chance to get all those signatures, you move to all those regions and so forth. Getting that all the regions people are worried about, at least I have an idea about them, because anytime we have any activity, at least I'm at the forefront. So at least I'm not scared of getting those signatures, and for now, I feel it is time for me to be the eye opener for the entire generation, because what has always kept us down is we limit ourselves.
But since you had the idea of being the president, Uganda has been led by Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, His Excellency,
Yes,
and he's making 40 years.
yes,
And this government is well established.
yes.
Do you think you can be a threat to this government as you come for the position of presidency?
For me, I feel it is my time to be the president of Uganda, because I feel there is no need for me to talk about what the government has put in, what the government has failed to put in, but I'm coming in to show people what leadership is, according to me,
According to you,
not judging anyone's leadership.
not judging anyone's leadership.
Yes,
So, you're coming as an independent candidate.
yes. For now, I have a pressure group called the People's Leadership Platform, and by God's will, if we succeed registering it will become a political party. But for now, we are using it as a pressure group.
Pressure group.
So meaning we are still independent.
You're still independent.
Yes.
But don't you think that you not having a strong political party behind you, will you financially be able to move in these ways? Because the presidency seat needs financial stability.
Yes.
Because you're supposed to have a rally in Arua. You have to have a team to move, facilitate them, feed them, and it is all costly. It is not about your power in convincing them, but it's all about financial stability when you're going for side things.
Yeah, basically on that, see, most of the things that have limited people in Uganda to develop is that they feel money is everything. Sometimes we first need to leave the issue of money aside, then you focus on the ideologies and you look at the team you're building. If you're building a strong team, sometimes these things will not even require money, because what has spoiled basically Ugandans leadership for a long run. I think there is a lot to do about sensitizing people on how multi-party system works. Because sometimes people feel when someone is maybe from FDC, someone is from NRM, someone is from UPC, someone is from NUP, those people shouldn't engage together. So I think those are some of the things that are hindering development, because if all these leaders we have were able to at least get a mutual understanding somewhere, apart